big challenge for Governor's Island. So it is, I think, is that 90 hectares? I'm trying to think that it's 172 acres. So it's quite big. And it has many historic buildings. They're historic because they're protected by the landmark law, not because famous things happen there. And we are not allowed to build housing for people. Well, you know, what is the best use for the land that is right next to Wall Street? Well, we're not allowed to build housing, so my job is to figure out what else can we do. And how can we take this island and make it matter in New York City and be an important part of the life of the city. So what we have done is we have focused on culture and public space. So we are building a beautiful new park on Governor's Island. We are making investments to ensure that the island itself, the seawall and the electricity and the water are all working. And then we have become the place for a lot of new kinds of cultural programs in New York that have really never happened before. And so in a very short time, we have attracted hundreds of thousands of visitors who come to visit Governor's Island. And it's become a very popular place in the city now. Education, of course, is the most important thing for everyone. And I was very lucky to go to Yale, which is an extraordinary university. I think the most important thing that you can learn is how to think and how to ask questions. And then, of course, to do the work that you need to do to begin to answer them. I said the most important thing is not, you know, did I study history or did I study art? It's when I come out of my university, am I able to think? Because there's no curriculum to prepare me for the job of running an island. But it's learning how to think is very important, and learning how to write. And that is something that is still very true, even if we write tweets and short things. So my advice to everyone is always, obviously, that education is the #1 thing, because the world is going to change. It changes every minute, if not sooner. And so you can learn new facts and you can switch jobs, but if you know how to think, then you can be prepared for whatever the future is. You have to listen, so you have to be open-minded. It's very important to observe, to really understand. In a sense, you know, that is what I've tried to do in my career at Microsoft. Is sometimes you listen to the user, to the visitor. What are they really saying? What are they doing? And then I think in my professional career, it's very important to have a strategy. And a strategy is, what is it that I want to get done? And how am I going to get from point A to point B? I have an expression that I use a lot, which is think big and act small. And what that means is lots of people have big ideas, right? And then nothing happens. And then there's other people who do the same thing every day, and they're getting it done, but they're not trying to push ahead. So the balancing act is think big, but act small, which means every day get something done. Because otherwise, it's just talk. If you're only thinking big, or if you're just acting small, you are contributing, but you're not changing things.